Okay, so as I've mentioned earlier, okay, so we have a free webinar starting today until the 10th. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Okay, a few seconds here. All right, so this is what we're going to do. For day one, we're going to discuss to you the what's and how's of IELTS writing task 2. Okay, so because IELTS writing exam is divided into 2 tasks. So for now, we're going to focus on task 2, and that is academic essay writing. So we're going to discuss to you the what's and how's of it. Okay, for day 2, okay, all right. So for day 2, we're going to help you understand how to do the introduction. Okay, just like what I said earlier, IELTS is all about format. Okay, so we'll do it one step at a time. So tomorrow for your day 2, we are going to introduce to you and help you how to do a better introduction of your essay writing. Okay. All right, day 3. Okay, we're going to talk about paragraphing, style, coherence, and cohesion. That's going to be the part 1. Okay, and then, so this is going to be about the body paragraph. Okay, and day 4, hold on. So basically, day 4 is going to be a continuation of teaching you how to write the paragraph, style, coherence, and cohesion. And then day 5, okay, the last day, it's gonna be driving home your essay. So or teaching you, or we're gonna teach you the last part. But who we are, all right? So who we are, we're basically all right, there you go. So who we are, so we're basically a freelance, a group of freelance coaches who teaches IELTS or different types of English. Uh, uh, I mean, we do coach for IELTS, TOEFL, PT, academic, OET, SALPIP, and basically different kinds of English.
Letter memo makina.
So it's written here our goal. And by the way, all of us are teachers by profession. So we do have this goal, okay, as an educator, that we want to train our students not only for their English test, but also to maximize their learning for future. All right. So at this point, let's meet our senior coach, and that's gonna be Coach A. Okay, so he's the one who's going to handle, or he's the one who's going to teach you the techniques. Okay, so meet our senior IELTS writing coach. Okay, so Coach A. So Coach A, just like what I said earlier, he is teacher by profession. So he finished BSE, secondary education, major in English, I graduate. He is a licensed professional teacher, and he is an English instructor and a branch academic coordinator in one of the top-notch review centers in the Philippines. He used to be a branch academic coordinator. He is a certified in he is a he has certification for TFL and TESOL, and he's also a certified trainer for IELTS, TOEFL, PTE Academic, SALPIP, and CAL test. So anything under the sun. So almost all types of English proficiency exam he knows. Okay, so he is our senior instructor, and I guarantee everyone that at the end of our 5-day challenge, you will really know better about how to write an academic essay. Okay, as a preparation for your IELTS exam. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, Coach Janice. All right, welcome everyone. And to those who are asking if they can take a snapshot or screenshot of our presentation today, you don't have to worry because at the end of our webinar, I'm going to send you the link or the PDF where you can download the PowerPoint presentation today or tonight. Okay, so since I think 25% or 33% of the participants today are most the teachers, so I'm pretty sure you have grabbed a pen and paper with you because I do believe that the more you write, the more you can remember. Okay, let's practice how you jot down notes while you are listening. Okay, thank you so much, Coach Janice. By the way, Coach Janice is our senior instructor. So she used to teach IELTS and PTE academic as well. All right, so without any further ado, let's get started. So now, I want to know, I want to know who would be or who will be taking IELTS. So I want you to type yes if you have registered or if you are planning to take IELTS after after this webinar or few months from now. Who will be taking IELTS? Okay, planning. Okay. All right. So interesting. Okay, by the way, at the end of the 5-day IELTS as a writing, you will be receiving a certificate. But for you to be qualified for the certificate, you have to submit or to upload the completed essay your completed essay on our IELTS repository essays or IELTS essay repository. So I'm going to give you the link or the Google link on day 5. So after day 5, you just have to wait for 3 to 5 days. Then your certificates will be sent via email. Okay? All right. So without any further ado, let's get started with the day 1. So our day 1 would be about the what's and how's of IELTS writing task 2 or essay. We will be talking about the essay prompt as well. Okay, so what is IELTS writing task 2? Now, now let's try to know what IELTS stands for. Okay, can you type on the chat box what IELTS stands for? Okay. All right. Wonderful. Yes. IELTS stands for the International English Language Testing System. So IELTS is one of the high stakes English proficiency tests aside from TOEFL. But IELTS is, I think IELTS has been in operation. Had been in operation for 30 years. Yes, for 3 decades. So it's one of the high stakes tests aside from TOEFL or test of English as foreign language. Okay, so you will be taking IELTS if you're planning to study, migrate, or work in an English speaking country, such as Australia, Canada, New Zealand, United States, and Australia, yes, and United Kingdom. So most of our students are would be healthcare professionals in the United Kingdom, and most of them are planning to migrate in Canada. So there are 2 modules in the IELTS, the academic module and the general training module. Okay, now, so what is IELTS writing task 2? So IELTS writing task 2, okay, IELTS writing task 2 is essay writing. So the task 1 for academic is data description, So wherein you will be given 20 minutes for you to finish that. While for the general training module, you will be given 20 minutes as well, but it's different. It's a letter writing. But both academic and general IELTS tests will be dealing with essay writing on in the task two. So IELTS essay writing has a minimum word count of 250 words. Yes, through 250 words. Overall, the overall timer for the IELTS writing task is 1 hour. You have 1 hour for you to finish that. So 1 hour, so 40 minutes will be given, okay, for you to finish the task two, which is the essay writing. Why? Because the IELTS writing task two weighs 2/3 or 67% of your overall writing score. While your task one is just 1/3 or 33%. So you really have to work on with your IELTS writing task two if you're aiming a band score of 7. Now, the IELTS examiners, particularly two examiners, will be using the IELTS band descriptor criteria for them to measure and assess your essay. So the criteria will be from band 1 to band 9. So for the writing task 2, it's different. The writing task criteria is different from the writing task 1 criteria. For the writing task 2, the first criterion is task response. So task response measures how you will respond to the essay. Remember, this is essay writing, so you will be responding to different essay questions, and we're going to deal all of them tonight. The second criterion is coherence and cohesion. So coherence and cohesion measures your skills when it comes to how you logically present the idea of your essay. The third criterion is lexical resource. So lexical resource is kind of linguistic term, but the layman's term is vocabulary. Basically, lexical resource is about vocabulary. Next, the last criterion is grammatical range and accuracy. So you will be graded when it comes to grammar, the subject verb agreement, but it's not only about the SVA. You will be graded as well when it comes to how you write different sentence structures. Remember this, even if you are really good at SVA, but your sentence construction or sentence structures are just basic or just playing safe around, I think you cannot be able to obtain higher band scores. So for now, I want you to revisit and try to review the basics, even the different sentence structures in English. Okay, now let's move on to IELTS essay. So we will be dealing with the structure. I know most of you are familiar with essay, but I keep on telling this to my students, even in our review center. Only few, everyone could write essays, but only few could write in the discipline. Remember, IELTS is a standardized English proficiency test, and you have to write in the discipline. And with that, I'll be sharing with you what is the structure of the IELTS essay. This is far different from an essay, an scholastics essay, wherein you will be writing a 5-page essay or a very long essay. This is a productive task, and you are under time constraint. That's why we have to really learn what is the structure. Okay. Now remember, we will be following the IELTS essay structure is the same as the conventional or the traditional IELTS essay structure. So there is an introduction, body paragraphs or main paragraphs, and conclusion. So, in terms of IELTS essay structure, your introduction should introduce the general or background statement of your essay. And of course, you are going to give your stand. So, this is your stand is what we call your thesis statement. So, thesis statement is like a spinal cord or the structure or the framework of your essay. Remember, come to think of it, if your essay doesn't have a structure or doesn't have a stand, definitely it cannot stand alone. This is also true in an official. Come to think of it, if you don't have or if we don't have spinal cord, we cannot be able to stand. So thesis statement is one of the pivotal parts of your IELTS essay. Next, the body paragraphs for the IELTS essay has a minimum number of 2 paragraphs, 2 to 3 or 2 to 4. You don't have to write very, very long paragraphs or a number or 5 paragraphs or 5 body paragraphs, because remember, you have only 40 minutes for you to finish your IELTS essay. And lastly, your conclusion. You have to recap the topic, restate your stand, and it depends on the IELTS essay. You have to give or yeah, you have to give an optional recommendation or resolution. So you have to keys. Remember the acronym keys when you are concluding. Keys stands for keep it short and simple. Okay, we're going to deal with an in-depth way of discussing the structure of the IELTS essay as we go along with our 5-day challenge. Okay, now let's move on to the different essay IELTS prompts. So there are different IELTS essay prompts. Okay, now basically there are 7 popular essay prompts. Okay, so it could be agree or disagree essay, discussion essay, discussion and opinion essay, advantages and disadvantages essay, multi-part essay, problem and solution essay, and cause and effect essay. Now, the question is, Coach A, what if I'm going to take IELTS? Can I predict or can you predict what would be the essay prompt that will come out on the actual test? Okay, short answer, no. IELTS candidates do not know what essay prompts will you come across. So better if we're going to have a review, better to practice all these essay prompts. And these essay prompts require different approaches. And in our 5-day IELTS essay writing challenge, we are going to choose one of the 7 essay prompts that we're going to write all throughout. Okay, let's dive into the first IELTS essay prompts. Agree or disagree essay. Agree or disagree essay belongs to opinion led essay. Remember, everyone, our IELTS candidates, you really have to remember that there is no such thing as a right or wrong essay. In IELTS, you can agree or disagree. You can agree or disagree. It matters not if you disagree or you agree. Actually, you can even fabricate. You can even fabricate because IELTS measures your language. It is not a knowledge test. It is not a knowledge test, and the examiners won't fact check if all the information that you're going to cite in your essay are true or authentic. Okay, so here's an example of agree or disagree essay. Professional athletes such as football or soccer players and basketball players are getting overpaid. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Now, let's try to dissect this essay prompt because you don't have to begin writing. Now, on our day two, I'm going to give you an in-depth way how would you attack and the methods, how are we going to dissect each essay prompt. But this time, let's try to dissect this holistically. Now, the first prompt or the first statement is what we call the general statement. And the general statement states the topic of her essay. Professional athletes. Professional athletes such as football or soccer players and basketball players are getting overpaid. So the argument here is that these professional athletes are getting are receiving compensation, not just compensation, but beyond what is expected. Now you are being asked, to what extent do you agree or disagree? To what extent do you agree that football or soccer players and basketball players are getting overpaid? Or to what extent do you disagree that football or soccer players and basketball players are getting overpaid? So it is basically you IELTS candidates are being asked how if you agree, argue for, or against the opinion. Next essay prompt is discuss both sides. Okay, here's an example of this essay prompt. Some people think universities should accept equal numbers of male and female students in every subject. Others believe, okay, others believe that this is an unacceptable policy. Discuss both of these views. Okay, so this is basically a discussion essay. And remember, your goal here is to discuss both of these views. What is the another term for the word views? What is the synonym of the word views? Can you type on our group chat? What is the synonym of the word views? Yes. Perspective, opinion, notion, what else? Stand, um, premise, and the likes. Yes, very good, everyone. Okay, so there are two views that you have to discuss. What are those? The first view, okay, some people think universities should accept equal numbers of male and female students in every subject. So this is the first opinion. While the second opinion is others. Others believe that this. Be careful with the pronoun this. So this pronoun or this, the antecedent of the pronoun this is the opinion of the aforementioned statement. So there are a group of people that where they believe that this opinion is an unacceptable policy. So now, what are you going to do? You have to discuss both of these views. So probably you will be dealing with for your first half of your essay will be for the first view, and the second half of your essay is for the second view. All right, let's move on to discussion opinion essay. So this essay prompt is kind of similar to the previous one. But this time, there is another thing that you have to keep in mind. Here's an example of this essay prompt. Okay? There are many extinct animal species in the world. Some people think we should protect animals from dying out, while others believe we should spend more time on problems of human beings. Discuss both sides and give your opinion. Now, I want to ask you, what is the difference of discussion opinion essay to the previous essay that we had? What have you noticed? What have you noticed? I want you to type on our group chat the thing or particular information that you have noticed. Yes, very good, Diana. Very good, Diana. You have to give your opinion. Yes, very good, Miss Arlene. This essay requires the writer's opinion. Yes. So basically, this is the same as the previous essay prompt. But this time, you really have to give your opinion. Your writer stand. Yes, Miss Nancy. I mean, Miss Nessie. You have to give your stand after juxtaposing the two sides. So probably for main paragraph one, the first side, okay? So the first side is some people think that we should protect animals from dying out. So this group of people believe that um, protecting animals from animal extinction. So while the other group of people is that they believe that we should spend more time on problems of human beings rather than animal extinction. So basically, you are going to juxtapose these two opinions or these two sides. Then you are going to give your stand. Probably you will be writing another paragraph, or you can embed your opinion in the conclusion. Let's keep going. So advantages and disadvantages essay. Okay, here's an example. Some parents buy their children a large number of toys to play with. What are the advantages and disadvantages of the child of having a large number of toys? So here, the first part states the background information. Some parents, children a large number of toys to play with. What are the advantages and disadvantages for the child of having a large number of toys? Now, IELTS candidates, you have to keep in mind the singularity and plurality of the extremes. Does this essay ask you to give only one advantage or at
Yeah.
least two advantages? You really have to keep in mind the plurality. It says advantages. What
Yeah.
are the advantages of the child or for the child of having a large number of toys? Next, disadvantages for the child of having a large number of toys. So IELTS candidate, you really have to keep in mind that your essay should present at least a minimum number of two the advantages and two disadvantages. Next, multi-part question. So the multi-part question is kind of different from the AFOR or the previously mentioned essay prompts. So multi-part question, you will be asked questions or information questions. Information questions. Concrete questions that ask you to give concrete facts or concrete information. So here's an example of this essay prompt. Every culture throughout time has recorded its history in one way or another. In what ways can history be passed on to the next generation? Why is history important to society? Now, in the background statement, it says every culture recorded its history. So basically, your essay should talk about the the importance of history to the society or to the culture of a certain group of people or in an ethnic group. Now, in this type of essay prompt, you have to keep in mind how many questions you are being asked, or you are being that you have to answer. So the first question is, in what ways can history be passed on to the next generation? Why is history important to society? So basically, if you can transpose, because I think you really have to answer the reasons why history is important to society before you're gonna give the ways how can history be passed on to the next generation. So your main paragraph should talk about the importance of history to society, and the second paragraph will be, or the second half of your essay will be how history can be passed on to the next generation. Next. Okay, problem and solution. So problem and solution essay requires you to give the problems and to answer the problems with the solutions. Here's an example. Okay, global warming is one of the most serious issues that our world is facing today. What are the causes of global warming, and what measures can governments and individuals to take to tackle this issue? Now, I want you to pay attention to the first statement. Now, what is the first thing, or what are the keywords that you have to keep in mind in the first statement? I want you to type your answer on our group chat. What are the keywords that you have to keep in mind? Yes. Very good, Carl. It's about global warming. Yes. Wonderful. Global warming. Yes. Can you tell me something about global warming? All right. Very good, Theresa. Global warming is a serious issue. Very good. All right. Yes. So it is an environmental issue. So there are a lot of issues that are going around not only in our country but um, across the globe. There are a lot of problems, but amongst all those problems, global warming is one of them. Yes. So very good. Yes, very good. Alma, it is related to climate change. Yes, very good. Okay. So good job. So it's about global warming. Okay. Global warming. Okay. So next, the second half, what are the causes? So the causes. So you have to think, what are the reasons, not only one, but reasons why global warming is occurring. And the second half, what are the measures, or measures can the governments and individuals to take to tackle this issue? Okay, can somebody tell me the synonym of the word measure or measures? Okay, measures. What do you mean by measures? Yes, gauge, steps, strategies, solutions. Yes, wonderful. Or actions. Okay, actions to be undertaken by whom? Whom? Yes, very good. Government intervention by our government. Yes. Very good, Angelica. Very good, Angelica. These are the ways that the government and individuals, so the people and the governments, yes. So these are the methods, or the precautionary measures how to alleviate the negative effects of global warming. Good job, everyone. So because you really have to study what are the questions that your essay, questions and the information that your essay should contain. Let's keep going. Lastly, the causes and effect. Here's an example. The percentage of overweight children in the Western society has increased by almost 20% in the last 10 years. Discuss the causes and effects of this disturbing trend. Okay, now it's your time to shine, everyone. What are the keywords that you have noticed that you have to keep in mind in our first statement? I want you to type your answers on our group chat. Okay, 20% overweight children, percentage of overweight children. Okay, overweight, increased percentage of overweight. Okay, very good, Dolores. Very good, Miss Dolores Estabo. Yes, it is the increasing. Yeah, not the increasing. Sorry. Yeah, yes, this is the increasing number of overweight children since I mean, how much percentage, by the way? So some of you, 20%, yes, over the last 10 years. Very good, Mr. Carl. Yes, so it's about the increasing percentage of overweight children who are from the Western society. You have to keep that in mind because you could cite examples of children who are residing in the Western society. So probably the Americans, the Canadians, or the people in the Western countries. Okay, so what are you going to do? You have to basically discuss the causes and effects. So what is the difference between effects and solutions? What is the difference between effects and solutions? Effects. What is the difference between effects and solutions? Yes, Miss Crizel, very good. Effect or effects are the result, while solution, how about the solution? Very good, Richmond. It's about the solution. Solution is about the intervention. Yes, very good, everyone. Because you really have to keep that in mind. You should know what is the difference between effects and solution. So you're not going to give the solution to the causes. You are basically have to think what are the effects, what are the result or the outcomes of these causes. So we say disturbing trend. This disturbing trend pertains to the percentage or the increasing percentage of overweight children in the Western society. All right. Okay, very good, everyone. Wonderful. It seems that you guys do know how to distinguish the difference and the things that you have to keep in mind when you are dissecting or studying these essay prompts. Okay, remember we are going to choose one of these essay prompts and we will be writing that essay prompt from day 2 to day 5. And your essay, yes, your essay will you will be submitting or you're going to submit your essay. I'm going to give you the Google link. So you're going to upload your essay to our IELTS essay repository. So wherein your essays will be subjected for feedback of our expert coaches and trainers. Okay, then so that make sure that your essay should contain or your document should contain your full name and your, of course, full name. We're going to follow your full name in your document. Yes, then your email address as well. Okay, so let's recap. So we talk about the IELTS writing test task 2 format. So you have 40 minutes for you to finish this IELTS writing task 2, wherein you will come across with an academic essay, both general and academic module. We have come across with IELTS essay structure. So there are 3, so we follow the conventional structure and the different IELTS essay prompts. Now, for your assignment for day two, so I want you to look for the meaning of these words. What do we mean by paraphrasing? What do we mean by thesis statement? Because tomorrow we will be, or I will be using these terms. So for us, for you to grasp, or yeah, for you to know what paraphrasing and thesis statement, I think you really have to have advanced reading about paraphrasing and thesis statement. Okay, so now let's wrap this up. So, do you want to learn more about IELTS? So, if you want to learn more about IELTS, or if you want to ask some questions or inquiries, you can reach us through our Facebook page or through our website here, or you can reach us through our email. You can email us at IELTSfreelancetutors@gmail.com, or you can give us a bell or give us a call through these digits. Okay, so now I will be entertaining 3 to 5 questions. So, do you guys have questions? So, you can ask your questions. Okay. Will be there will there be a link posted again for tomorrow's session? Okay, Queenie, yes. Okay, everyone, if you really want to catch up our day two to day five webinar sessions or series, you have to register every 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. So we're going to post the links, yes, the registration links, and it will be opened, yes, from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Thereafter, at 5 p.m., we are going to send you the webinar links. You just have to click the webinar or the Zoom meeting, and you don't have to register anymore. Okay, Richmond, do you have schedule of IELTS? Yes, we have different schedule of IELTS, and we have, yeah, we provide online trainings for IELTS for general training, academic module. Yes, we do really have. And at this time, at this point of time, due to this unprecedented time, we are conducting online lessons, Skype. So if you really want to learn more about IELTS, or if you are looking for someone who really care for your progress, you can just give us a bell or email us. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much, Sir A and Ma'am Janet, for the chance of letting us join with this webinar.
Yes, we are very
Thank you so much,
yes, we are very
Ernest.
excited to see your essays. We are really really excited for everyone's participation. Okay, I just want to
Yes,
ask,
sir. We're
will the
so excited
evaluators?
too, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, will the evaluators use rubrics in checking essay for IELTS, or would it be subjectively be checked? Okay, Ryan. Um, we have the IELTS British Council and the IDP IELTS Australia um, gave, or no, for both of these recognized test institutions gave trainings for teachers, just like what I had, and we were taught how we use the IELTS public band descriptors. So Coach Janet and my co-instructors and other instructors used to give IELTS indicative band scores for writing task 1 and writing task 2. Same with the speaking. Yes, subjectively, not necessarily subjectively, but the rubric is not holistic. I'm pretty yeah, the rubric is not holistic, it's analytical actually. So we will be using those public band descriptors for you to evaluate, for us to evaluate your essays. Okay, what else? Will you ask to write a specific number of words for the entire essay? Yes,
Yes,
yes.
200.
Yes, and that is 250 words. By the way, that is the minimum. By the way, that is the minimum word count. Yes. Yes, we will be specifically I'll be the one to model. Um since I am a constructivist teacher, so I really care for my students who are,
Thank you so much.
yes, visual learners, kinesthetic or tactile learners. So I will make sure that 80% of our webinar series will be in application and 20% is just for the theories. So I will be employing the 80-20 rule. Okay, don't worry, I'm not going to monopolize the whole webinar. All right. Yes, I do believe that there's power when you model how something is done rather than just basically listening and just watching the teacher or the instructor do the activity. Of course, I will ask you to use your writing skills. That's why you can bring or you can grab a pen and paper or scrap paper, or even you can use your notepad that's installed on your computer or on your laptop. Okay, so let's wrap this up. So, congratulations, everyone, for taking a leap of faith, for joining us for the day one of our 5-day IELTS essay writing. So, I hope we we will be meeting again tomorrow, same time. So, we do apologize. We started late because of the internet connection. All right. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. If you really want to catch up with our today's webinar, we will be posting the recorded webinar on our YouTube. So please like and subscribe to English Tests Prep Providers YouTube channel. So we will be posting the webinar series there and the recorded webinar for this 5-day IELTS challenge. Okay, so before you leave this conversation, one moment because I'm going to send you the I'm going to drop the file here. Okay, one moment. Okay. All right. Okay. Probably I'll be posting. I'm going to post the PDF format of this PowerPoint on our Facebook page. Okay, so make sure that you like or subscribe. Follow our Facebook page. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, challengers. See you again tomorrow. All right, have a good day. Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you.
sir. God
Thank
bless.
you.
Thank you,
And
Sir,
everyone.
Thank you.
thank you too, sir.
tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do not forget to register tomorrow at 7 a.m. The registration link will be open from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. All right. Bye bye,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Bye.
Bye
Keep safe.
bye.
Bye.
God
For
bless.
now.
Bye for now.